Hey Rickard, and welcome to JavaScript News Recap for May. To start off with, React 16.4 has been released, and it's a small update, and they fixed a bug with get derived state from props, which if you have used it, you might want to read the documentation. And they also added some pointer events. And Google has been in the news this month because some of the employees doesn't really agree that the Google is actually working with the US military with the AI project. The thing is, the AI project is an open source project and everyone can use, but Google is assisting the US with using this for drones to better go through image data. And some of the employers doesn't really agree with this, and people are saying that this is not what they signed up for, so they're actually quitting or threatening to quit. Another Google news, maybe it's not really news, but it's someone did a Reddit post on /r/today I fucked up, and it's about how his company is using Google accounts for everything, and he usually has a joke when his friend publishes something to the Play Store. He downloads it and he gets the APK from it, and he uses the refund option that Play Store offers you, and he actually sends the APK with Gmail to his friend saying, hey, look at this app I found that you can download here for free. And he did that during work time on the wrong Google account, which might have ended up getting the whole company banned from their Google accounts. And it's a shit show. The company is trying to figure out what the hell happened, trying to get in contact with Google, which is not always easy. And it's a funny story whether it's true or not. Another company that have not been on the lazy side is Stack Overflow. They actually stated in the end of last month, it's kind of a harsh environment, especially for newcomers, people who don't really know how to ask questions, what kind of questions should you use Stack Overflow. I think it was kind of intimidating, and the first time I was supposed to ask a question and I didn't really get that good feedback. But if you know how to ask questions, or you look up old questions, of course it's great. What's really good is that Stack Overflow actually saying, we have a problem, which is the first step to actually solving it, and then they do have a long way to go, but they wrote a post about it which can be worthwhile reading, because they're actually trying to change the view of how people actually behave on the website. And then also it's the question about, do you want clarity? You need strict rules. You have to be strict if you want it clear, everything sorted nice and everything clear, and don't want a lot of things smothering down the question, like thanks and things like that. However, you might also want it to feel like a safe place to be, a nice place to be when you actually go ask questions. And in the end of this month, Stack Overflow also made a new blog post announcing that they are releasing Stack Overflow for Teams. So since Stack Overflow is great when you want to look up things for open libraries, open frameworks. A lot of companies have their own frameworks, their own libraries, and their own questions and documentations. Now they can actually, for a price, use Stack Overflow to ask these questions. So they have all the search. They can ask the questions the same way as they would on Stack Overflow. They will have the history, so you don't have to ask the same questions over and over again in the company. I think it's a pretty good idea. See if it works out. See if my company will actually buy this service, because it's not easy for a company to say, hey, yes, use this forum to ask questions, which is a forum that nobody ever used, but everybody knows how Stack Overflow works. I mean, I do use Stack Overflow daily in my work, so why not also use it to ask questions internally in the company, which is pretty neat. And Github have also announced something which is great. That is that you can actually use HTTPS now on your custom domains. They do most of cases actually use HTTPS, but on custom domains, you really haven't been able to use that. But now they work with Let's Encrypt, which is something you can use for free. I don't use it myself. I should implement it because I have my stuff on DigitalOcean, for most of my server stuff on DigitalOcean, and that should work smoothly with Let's Encrypt. But now you can also use it if you have custom domains on GitHub, which is great. It's a step forward in the technology of the internet, and we're going more and more about for all websites using HTTPS. So that is great news for all the developers on GitHub. And this month's Medium article by someone that has a name that I won't even try to pronounce, but it's about how he uses Google queries to look up public Trello boards. Trello is a service where you can have a board and a digital board and put stuff on it. I haven't used it myself. And the thing is, on the website, the public boards aren't like searchable or listed anywhere, but you can find them through using the advanced search options in Google. And it's incredible what companies actually store. There is everything from like emails to passwords and to reporting bugs internally in the company. And there was a lot of companies actually doing this, and he could find most of them with queries, and he contacted some of them, and it's a pretty short article, and it's really interesting to read, and it's kind of good to read, so you know what not to do, because other services might have something similar. And the last thing I want to share this month is a small library for particle effects on buttons, and it's created by Louis Manuel, and it's pretty neat actually. I'm not really sure if I'm going to use it myself. I don't know what I should use it for, if it fit my design. It's a small library, but it looks pretty neat, and it reminds me of almost spoiler alert, Infinity War, if you have seen it, and if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. I usually don't recommend videos on this YouTube channel, but that was the first thing that I thought of when I was browsing through this library and looking at the demo. It was really cool. And of course everything is linked in the description. If you like this JavaScript news recap, you should subscribe to this channel because I post every month. And me and Richard also put up a lot of different kind of videos, mostly about JavaScript and web and app. And that's everything for this month. Thank you.